Okay, this is video 3 of the mixed derivatives. Let's just try a few more of these and then I'll let you guys to your own devices. So for problem number 12, f of x equals 5x squared over x cubed minus 3. So this is the quotient rule. Why? Because you have something with an x in it divided by something with an x in it. So then the derivative, f prime equals low, which is x cubed minus 3, d high, which is 10x, minus the high, which is 5x squared, d low, 3x squared, divided by the low, x cubed minus 3 squared. Okay, so I'll allow you guys to finish that. Problem number 13, I'm not going to do that because 13 is very similar to problem number 3, as in the number after 2. Okay, so then 14 reads that f of x equals 3 times the natural log of x divided by x squared. Okay, this 2 is a quotient rule. You notice something with an x in it divided by something with an x in it. So let's get to it. F prime of x equals the low, which is x squared, times the derivative of the high. 3 times 1 over x, 1 over whatever's after the natural log, times the derivative of this x, which is 1. So low d high minus the high, which is 3 natural logs of x, d low, 2x, divided by the low, x squared, squared. Okay, so let's simplify this just one step and then I'll let you guys finish the rest of it. Let's see, I'm going to put this x squared over 1. I'll put the 3 over 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine all of this right here. And that'll be my primary focus in this next step. And then of course I can multiply this 3, that's to the first power, times this 2x, that's to the first power. All right, so there's a wall right here that separates this piece on the left from the one that's on the right. So let's see, x squared times 3 times 1 gives me that f prime equals, or f prime of x rather, equals x squared times 3 times 1 times 1, 3x squared, 1 times x times 1, x minus 6x natural logs of x divided by, now when you have an easy simplification you might as well do it, x squared squared says you multiply those two together, this becomes x to the 4th power. Okay, so of course you could go one better and say this is f prime of x equals 3x minus 6x natural log of x all over x to the 4th. And I think what my colleague did is she got rid of an x everywhere because there's an x here, here, and here. Notice you can't do anything with this x because it's super glued to the natural log. The natural log is really jealous of anything that comes directly after it, so you're not going to be able to disentangle it. But this x you certainly can. So I think my colleague made it 3 minus 6 natural log of x all over x cubed. Okay, you can always look at her work and see what she's done. All right, so there's 14. Let's take a look now at problem number 15, as in 1, 5. And that reads as y equals the natural log of the square root of 2x squared minus 3. All right, so if I read that out loud, it says the natural log of the square root. So the natural log is acting on the square root. So the natural log is the thing that you have to worry about. So this is the natural log first, rather, 2x squared minus 3 to the 1/2 power. So here we go, y prime equals 1 over this, right? So in my box, I put all of that in there. X squared minus 3 to the 1/2 power. Okay, now when I finish this off, I'm going to disintegrate the box. Notice I'm covering up the 1. I want to ignore the 1. I'm only focusing on the box. In the box, I have a power rule because it says take the square root of 2x squared minus 3. So here we go, 1/2. Raise this to the negative 1/2 power. This is your brick right here. 2x squared minus 3, and now disintegrate that brick. 4x. All right, I'll allow you guys to simplify that further. All right, I'm going to end on problem number 16, and then you guys are responsible for all of the rest that follow. 16 reads, D equals 3p squared natural log of 5p. So this is the product rule. Notice you have something with a p in it times something with a p in it. Right, so D prime equals, product rule says 2 kids playing Monopoly or Uno or set. Any game where you have to take turns. The derivative of this first term is 6p, which means this one has to be left alone. Natural log of 5p plus, now the 3p squared is going to sit back and watch. This is 3. And while I take the derivative of that natural log piece, 1 over 5p times, there was my box down there, 5. All right, so I'll allow you guys to finish that up in terms of its simplification. Actually, I think I will simplify that one. Let's see, there's a wall right here that separates this left piece from the one that's on the right because there's a sum. So then D prime equals 6p natural log of 5p plus, let's put this over 1, put that over 1, just multiply straight across. 3p squared times 1 times 5 gives me 15p squared over 1 times 5p times 1, 5p. And I think my colleague simplifies this even further, making that 3p by itself. All right, good luck with the rest of them.